Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchi Imo. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through how I stacked a 3-tier cake. Yeah, just bits and pieces, but you're going to get the drift. Someone asked for stacking a video showing how to stack a 3-tiered cake, and I remembered not to clearly do that. I'd made one before, so I went to dig this out, and so I'm going to be showing you how today. First of all, I started with layering my cakes and then doing the trimming as well. This is a 12-inch rich fruit cake I made a while back. Now I like to have my cake flipped so that the flat part, the base of my cake, becomes the top and it's flat for me to work with. So that's what I have here, and the next phase or the next stage is to do my trimming. I like to trim my cakes so that it's flush, it's uniform, leveled to the sides, and also easy for me to work with. So that's my trimming knife. I have videos on how to trim cakes. I have a playlist for that. How to trim your round cake, square cake, heart-shaped cake. If you've not seen those videos, I'm going to link it so that you can watch and learn how to trim. I like to place my hand on my cake. It's been clean, washed and dried, and so it's very clean and neat. I place it for support, and then I just go in a slow zigzag motion to take off the excess so that it's completely flush. Hello bakers, so here's one way to retain the moisture of your cake if you don't want it to go dry, just in case you're baking and you cannot decorate at the moment. Just wrap it up in cling film like so and just allow it be. So I've trimmed this cake, but as at the time I did, it was already late for me to do any decorating, crumb coating, so I just covered it with cling film. So protect your cake from losing moisture and wrap it up in cling film. Thank you. The next phase for me is the frosting of the cake, and I've just gone round to apply all of my buttercream. This is a big cake, like I said, it's a 12-inch. I can't remember the height, but I think I've mentioned it in one of the videos I did when I made this cake. You can check back, I think, for how much buttercream do I need to cover a cake. I'm going to link that video so you can see the video and also know the height. Pardon me my voice. So I've covered it and I'm just trying to smoothen out. I also covered that to show you how I smoothen my cake. So I know that I've done this a couple of times, but you might not have seen all of the videos, and that's why I covered that particular part to show you how I hold my bench scraper and how I just go around my cake. The buttercream recipe is also linked on my channel, or is also on my channel. I've made a video regarding to show how I make my buttercream. So please, you can watch that video. The recipe is there, the method is there as well. Now I'm texturing my buttercream cake. I'm texturing this cake using a palette knife. So that's a palette knife that I'm using. You can use any particular one. I mean, there are tons and tons of tools that you can use as a baker if you want to texture your cake, and if you love textured cakes like myself. I love having textured cakes, or I love making them. So that's what I went for with this cake. It's a slanted design, so I'm just going with slants in a slant motion or in a slant movement all around my cake, and I did the same for the 3 tiers. So this is what it looks like when I'm done. Now I'm going to do the top part, and I didn't follow the pattern. I think I should have just maintained the slant, but it's all good, and that's how I did it. So this is where the structure comes from, the structure part of the cake, and I've made a video on how to double a two-tiered cake so you'll be able to have an idea of what I'm doing here. I have a dowel rod, a central dowel rod, and you're going to see clearly in that video. I think I'll link that as well. And I'm placing the second tier carefully. Now this is the third tier, and I think I missed the center of the cake, but it's all good still. So I'm placing it gently. It's a buttercream cake, A and B C for that matter, and it could get smudged, it could get smeared, and it would just mess up the whole thing. So I was very careful, and this is what the cake looks like when I was done stacking. So that's a three-tiered cake. I think it's a 12, a 10, and an 8 or a 6. Okay, and that's me trying to put the flowers. I'm just trying to cut them up. I worked with silk flowers for this cake. I cut them up individually and used my florist tape to tape them before using them on the cake. I have a couple of videos to show all of these things before now, how I work with flowers on my cake, so you can feel free to go through my channel and you will definitely see the videos. I mean, 400 plus videos is not a joke. So you can literally find almost anything you want. So please search. I'm just trying to use my florist tape to tape the wires before I put them in my cake. Yep, and we're done. So this is how the cake looks like, the finished look, and I hope you love it. I hope you learned something from my video as well. If you have questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. Thank you so very much for watching. Until I see you in my next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.